Everyone, Arlene here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How are y'all doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And I'm continuing on into my living room here, and today we're going to be styling my grandmother's old secretary. Now, I have started on a little bit, as you can see here, just a little bit. And I'll explain what I've done. I don't even know whether this is how things will end up sitting in here, because I have just been throwing stuff over here thinking, oh, that could go in the secretary. Oh, that could go in the secretary. Now I've got tons of stuff that could go in the secretary and I don't have enough room for everything. And I'm trying not to overstuff this thing, yet I have a lot of pretty things that I want to put in here. And I'll explain the items as we go. I've already styled the top, only because I needed Chris's help with that. You can see my two bears up there that I chalk painted the other day. Let me explain. The top of this secretary is quite fragile. In fact, this whole secretary is quite fragile. So we have to be super duper uberly careful when we're working with it, because I feel like it's just gonna fall apart at any second, honestly. So Chris fashioned me a couple of boxes to set up on top of there. He's got these hooked up with, if I'll show you, when I get the camera down, I'll show you, with clamps. He's actually got them pulled back and hooked onto the back of the secretary with clamps. My mom's picture, that's my sweet mama there, looking like a beautiful princess on her wedding day to my dad, and that stays there. So that absolutely had to stay. And then of course I did the two bears and my grandmother's cookie jar, as you've heard the story with Kim the dog, who would come and take the lid off, set it down and eat all the candy out. And it's still here. She obviously never broke it. And then I just have one candle up there. And of course, this is the same greenery that I've used in the dining room, on the big dining room hutch, and on my grandmother's hutch. So that's how we did the top. These two pieces here are two separate pieces that I just paired along with the rest of the garland. So Chris has added lights into this too, as you can see. And let me just explain a little bit of what I have in here. This is a Ray Dunn little pitcher. Teapot. It says pour on it. So that's super pretty. I'm going with the more of the blue greens over here in this secretary. Not a lot of pink over here. We'll be bringing pink and corals into other parts of the room, but this is going to be more of my greens and blues. Greens, teals, you know, that part of the color wheel. Over here, we've had this little fella. He's a polar bear. Second Nature Designs, 1999. Quarry Critters. So they're just like stone. So I have like a mama bear and her baby bear. And that's just one of those sachets that I hauled in my life from Tuesday morning. It just smells like linen. It smells really good. And here's the baby bear. So that, I just put her over in this corner. This, let me pull this out of here real quick. Stacy gave me that. I don't have my glasses. In peace I will lie down and sleep for you alone, Lord. Make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4:8. She gave me this for Christmas. Our first year she made it on a piece of wood. She made it. And that's our house right after it was built. Right after it was built. So I try to have this somewhere in my decor, just because, you know, Stacy's so special to me, and everything she makes for me, I usually try to display, unless something I wear, you know, but I usually try to display it some way. So I thought this would be a good place for it. There is a little plate holder, you know, up there. And then the second shelf, this is that wedding cake dish. First one I found, and why one of you sent me the little story about the cake dishes that at weddings back in the day, this is what they would put the wedding cake in, and the lid, instead of just putting it to the side, they could just nestle the whole dish right on top of it. Isn't that cool? It's called a wedding cake dish. This is milk glass. So I love this. So this is going to go right in this corner. This is just a home sign that I got from wherever I got that from. At home for $6.99 just recently. And then these are two little white pitchers that I'm just going to put these succulent flowers in and a little bit of this foliage in. So we're going to mess around with that a little bit. And then again, this is another Ray Dunn. This does stash on it that goes with it, but I can't fit it in there with the lid. So the lid to the pitcher and the lid to this are snug down here in one of the little nooks. So that will go in this corner. This is an old creamer of my grandmother's. Again, not a big deal, just a silver creamer, and I just stuck this ball in it for right now. I'm not sure if I'll do anything. Might put some of that green foliage in it too. And then I'm going to make it, so I'm going to fill up, I'm going to start working on filling up the hutch part, and then I'm going to make a bit of a design for on top of the secretary too, because I leave the secretary open and decorate the top of it. So let's see what else I have here. I'm going to bring you in closer. You can see I have the two, well, you can't see it, I have the two bears on the top, and I want to kind of make it look like they're following in the same line. So if I come down here, I think that little bear would be cute right there. And I'm going to tilt it the same direction as those bears up there are tilted. So anyway, I want the bear there. And let's see here. I have a blue bird here. Let me get out of the way, hey? Have a blue bird here. And I have 3 blue birds. Tilting them in different directions in here. And I have Faith, Hope, and Love. Expect nothing and appreciate everything. Got this. I really wanted to put up in here some way, somehow. I think the door will shut. I got to make sure I had to move that because the door has to go there. So I think that'll do it, you guys. I like it. I'm going to leave it alone right there for now. I think I like it. So let's open this back up and we're going to start working on, except that I got to close this before I open it. Hang on. Okie dokie, I'm back. And I absolutely knocked my phone right off of my tripod and it went under the couch. I kid you not. It's a tragedy of errors, like I've said. Here are my other little sachets. I think I'm going to stick one here, and the others are going to go down in the drawer of this. I'm going to get them out of my way. All right, now I want to build a little decor on top of this secretary. So I have this little tray, and if I had remembered about this little tray, I would have sponge painted it. I'm telling you. Probably one of these softer colors, but I didn't, so we're going to go with it. But I want to set that right there, And I'm going to build some decor on and around this. So I have a little bit of a blue napkin here, but you can see it is like ancient, old as can be. So I just want to kind of set it in like that. And then I have this, I thought I might like the lace on top of it too, but I don't like that now that I see it. Never mind. We're not going to do that. We're just going to leave the blue here, which I really like. Just kind of cattywamped in there. Then I have a little plate here. I have my artichoke, or should I say pineapple. I think I want it to go somewhere in there. And I have this little picture stand that I'm going to put part in and part out of this basket, out of the tray, because I want it to sit back as far as I can. Then I have this plate. This is an old, well, not an old plate, but it was $3.99 from Home Goods, I think. So I just want to set it on here like that. Then I've got these two little bluebirds. I'm not sure I want to use those yet, but I want to use the other bluebird and candlestick that I painted the other day. That obviously could only sit there when the door is shut, but I had this little cloche, and I have this little sign, work hard, be kind, and stay humble. There, I think I like that, just like that, something simple. But let me think here for inside that cloche. How about just some pretty flowers that will go with this? I think that looks just super pretty, right like that. This is called trial and error, you guys. Trial and error. That's all I have. So that's going to have to do it. I think I like that, actually.
About that.
That's me creating on the fly. So there we go. I think that's going to do it, you guys. I am sure that I have forwarded through some of this because I've been working at this for a little while. But you know what? That's the creative process, you know? Not everything comes perfectly, wonderfully easy to me either sometimes. I have to just play with things and, you know, try to make things look the way I want them to look. And I think this is gonna be super pretty. Okie dokie, you guys, I think I'm completely done. And I think I'm gonna call this one finished. I am super happy with how this worked out. Again, this was a brand new craft for me, a brand new piece to style. And I am really happy with how it turned out. I really am. Turned out, again, not a ton of sentimental pieces in this one, but other than the, you know, the little candy dish up top, that's pretty sentimental. And my grandma's salt and pepper shakers there to the left on the bottom shelf, that's pretty sentimental. And but other than that, just brand new little, you know, things and things that I've collected. My Rae Dunn, a little bit of my Rae Dunn, a little bit of milk glass, and then this little tray right here. And it's okay with me that I didn't sponge paint it. It's not pulling my eye hardly at all. It's kind of blending in with the colors of the placemat there. So that's it, you guys. Oh my goodness, yay! I have so enjoyed restyling the two hutches and this secretary. It has been a load of fun, and this is going to give me something to do through the seasons, like I need something else to decorate, y'all know. But anyway, let me say my final words here, and then I'll get my camera down and take a little video for you. It's just set to some pretty music. So let me just say that I hope that those of you who are struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits, hugs all around. And I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.